Hi, welcome. We're in the machine now.
Welcome back to Cooper Sly.
Ugh. That's okay,
Welcome back
that's wrong.
to Sly and the Family Stone.
Oh,
Welcome
That's
back to
also
Alice
wrong.
Cooper.
Landon, help. I
That's
can see the
also
coin
wrong.
through his visor where he's not looking.
That means the game's real.
I'm just gonna say it. If you're looking for realism out of this game, I think you're in the wrong place.
There's a riot
Are
going
you
on.
kidding? This is the peak of realism.
Ah, yes. Because human-sized, fucking bipedal raccoons go around stealing
What
ships
the? Oh,
every day.
Oh, no, oh, I thought you were gonna drown down there.
I'm surprised
No,
he didn't.
I have a horseshoe.
No, I mean I thought the water was instant death.
Oh. No, it's just a normal damage.
What was I gonna say? No, but listen, COD. Aside from like horror games and you know, the occasional shooter, around this era, most of like the video games were like platformers with like animal characters or something. So it might as well have been the most realistic thing in the world.
It's more realistic than a dragon burning sheep.
I feel like I'm being personally attacked here, considering that's an upcoming Let's Play I was planning.
Good.
Well,
I only like attacking people.
well, this is also a time when people were more creative and didn't just rely on the same bullshit.
Yeah. Although there is
Man, I can't wait
still
for us to get to Sly
there is still a
3.
lot of affectionate mimicry, though. I mean, games like even if they're good, games like Sly Cooper and like a lot of other 3D platformers affectionately tried to lift what inspirations they could from 3D platformers of like the early PS1 and N64 respectively.
Well, it's just
Yeah, but this one has bottles.
So everything else is irrelevant.
This one has bottles, and that's the important thing.
Pretty fucking much.
Everything else is an elephant because bottles.
So what you're saying is, because
should-
it has bottles, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is actually a really good game.
Nope.
Fuck off!
Not when you pronounce it like that.
wait. Did
I'll
you say
pronounce it however I feel
Ocarina
like.
or
I pronounce it every different way, and you're going to have to just deal with that
Okay,
inconsistency.
I can deal with Ocarina. Ocarina is just
Ocarina?
incorrect.
What? I've never even heard of that.
That's what Cloud just said.
I've heard Ocarina. I've heard Ocarina. I've never heard what he just said.
Just like bruh.
I wasn't sure which way I wanted to pronounce it, and it fused together.
He tried to
But
go both
but
ways.
again, you're just gonna have to deal with that level of inconsistency.
Hey, Ocarina. Alright.
Wow, look at those electric effects.
How is
Hey.
the wire not actually just cut completely?
Hey, man, that looks good for PS2.
Hey.
Well, I wouldn't think Sly is that heavy.
No, that's not what I'm getting at. The fan that looks like it's passing right through the cord.
Don't talk about game physics, and you won't have to worry
I'll
about.
talk
them
about
failing
game
out.
physics all I want.
Is there a?
I refuse to go down.
I'm convinced that has like a trampoline effect, and you're just not a god at jumping.
No, he's doing this
no, I
on
am
purpose
jumping,
because
too.
he's trying to get all the bottles, but he's also trying to make sure he doesn't get hit by the lasers.
No, I mean because every time it looks like it drops as soon as you touch it. I'm saying he's like
Yeah.
jumping the exact moment that they drop. So either he's a jumping god, or that has like a weird trampoline effect.
Oh no, he's doing that.
No, I'm a god.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
Landon has played through this game a lot because he likes the bottles, so I definitely see that he would have the experience to do that.
Momo wanted to join
I've
the
definitely
LP.
played through this game at least 3 times.
Well,
Like
considering-
when you see one of my upcoming Let's Plays and you just see how like
Oh, no.
impeccable my ability to just get everything as quickly as possible. Like it's just one of those things, like you play a platformer several times to completion and you're just like, you know everything and how to do it the most efficient way.
Well, I mean, if he's played Sly as much as I played Sonic, then yeah, should be.
Can I
good
just
to him.
can I just say, this is a little bit random, but can I just say that the vibe I'm getting from this level, I didn't think of this before, but like the sewer levels from Crash Bandicoot, like
just from a different angle.
I can just hear the music from them playing in my head.
What, sewer later?
Yeah.
Well, the difference is that Sly. Well, there was some hanging bits in Crash, but it wasn't really hanging in that way, like what Sly's doing.
No.
Well, I don't.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, like no, Sly kind of like actually crawls on the pipe, whereas Crash just kind of hangs from the top.
Alright, let's try this again.
Don't
Was
die. No dying.
Oh.
No fighting.
Oh, the fans were kind of dickish because you actually had to knock an enemy into it to break one of the fans, or otherwise you were going to get hit if you tried to walk through it.
Landon, if you die, I'll kill you.
Oh.
What?
I'm just giving you motivation.
Oh, that's sound effect.
I hope you
Or that
mean
goop.
if Sly dies, you'll kill him.
Oh. Yes.
It's okay.
Well,
It's okay, Landon. Even if Cloud kills you, you still have extra lives.
Yeah, I have some extra lives, so I don't know what you're
I
talking
mean,
about.
if nothing else, you do have all those bottles.
By the way,
do
I
have a lot
have
of
actually been
bottles.
thinking about it, like, ever since, like, especially since Sonic Forces actually got rid of extra lives. Do you think extra lives are archaic and don't really need to be in a game?
I mean, it depends on. I mean, nowadays, not really.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I really think that at this point, extra lives are just a thing of the past. Like, even Mario Odyssey got rid of them.
Lives in general are just like kind of pointless in my opinion.
They were a lost relic used from the arcade age because that was the whole point of arcade games, was you had a certain amount of tries, and then if you lost, well, you had to pay more money to play. And it was one of those things that it was kept solely because it just kind of stuck. And like when developers started figuring out an alternative way to deal with games and not need to use a whole life system, like, yeah, you don't really need.
But
Not 237.
no,
No.
227. But I'm still gonna collect lives in this game. Fuck you.
Interesting. Old Sally Cooper's fast getaway raccoon.
Oh, the roll.
Oh yeah.
Yup.
Yep.
It's so.
Hold down the triangle button to use this move.
It's so silly.
Using L2 and R2.
Yeah, I just think that like lives in general are just like really a really outdated concept for video games, and that there are definitely ways to make games difficult. There are definitely ways to make games difficult without using lives. Like, look at the Rayman Origins and Legends. It's like those games are hard as fuck, and there's no lives in those games.
I'm just gonna roll now forever.
It's just kind of unnecessary, in my opinion, to have like lives and then game overs, and then like when you game over, you have a more severe checkpoint just because you died X number of times.
Yeah, but I want to collect X amount of lives.
Especially with the inclusion for most games having an autosave function, it's now just one of those things where it's like everything is just more streamlined, and I think that's the way that it should be, because it's just the way that games as a medium have naturally progressed. And it's like, it's not even just games that have like had this ability to like just flow better. and not have this weird archaic design to them.
Alright. Lexine's Quest 2 confirmed for having a live system because you guys keep complaining about it.
Wow.
It's like, it's an RPG, but he somehow incorporates a life system.
That's garbage.
That's because you're garbage.
Wow.
Eat it.
Rude. What was I gonna say? What's another one? Shovel Knight is another example. It's not that Shovel Knight is a hard game, but like, you know, it has a fair amount of difficulty without needing lives.
Shovel Knight was a very fair but challenging game.
Yes.
Jackpot, Sly. Look at all this.
It was a game. It's like the most.
Break this stuff.
And you know what that means? Tighter security. You're gonna have to be extra sneaky to get the treasure key here.
Hold on, I'm gonna break all this shit first before I do that. What did you say?
Sorry, Bentley. I was too busy making a very loud racket.
I imagine Bentley talking to him, all you hear is crashing and the sound of broken glass.
It's like, Sly, you're gonna have to be extra sneaky. Crash, smash, bash. I'm sorry, what was that?
It's like the equivalent of like Otacon telling Snake to be sneaky, while all he can hear on the other side is gunfire.
Make sure you're very attentive and careful not to make extra noise. It's just like shattering
What?
glass.
Or it could be funny when Bentley chimes in to warn him about something, the enemy can actually hear him talking on the other side.
Damn it, Bentley.
Oh god.
You're just like, fucking Bentley, you caused this. It's like,
It'd probably be more like Murray chimes in for something.
Yeah, probably.
And that's what ticks him off.
it's like the enemies also have like the most selective hearing too, because it's like, in modern games, you would actually have like an enemy in this style of game who would definitely hear you if like they were in the vicinity, and then they would start going towards you.
Landon, no.
Oh yeah, actually,
Oh,
you
this
say that,
I remember
'cause,
this part. This part's fun.
Oh,
You got this, Landon.
it's funny you say that,
I do.
Cloud, because that exact thing can happen in Alien Isolation if you have the motion sensor out, while the alien is literally like 3 feet away from you.
Oh my God, Landon.
Should I go
He's,
destroy the alarm first?
He's
Yes. Am I going to pick up coins instead?
He's literally
Yes.
going after every single.
Hey,
coin.
hey, he was that. I don't blame him for that one. He was very close to getting a horseshoe.
That's true.
Yeah, I have a golden horseshoe now, so. And now I shall go back and collect all the collectibles.
Landon, no.
Don't you just wish safes
the
were that
box?
easy to break open?
Just smack it with your staff.
Yeah.
If safes were that easy to bust, the banks would never have money again.
Let me just go to the safe at one of my jobs and just whack it with a cane and see if it opens up.
Oh yeah, I forgot games had that kind of thing where if you fell in such a way that you'd never be able to recover, it just kind of bounced you back.
It's convenience.
It is
Yeah.
convenient.
Look,
Bottles.
bottles.
Hell yeah.
And Jack told me not to come back.
All
What do you
right,
think
all
the
right.
bottles are of?
Pages of Toad for
It's-
Cipher.
It's
Yeah.
It's either something that actually legitimately looks encrypted, or someone loves wasting paper, and every code is literally like one number on a whole piece of paper.
Honestly, I
It's
think
all, it's
I think
fan fiction.
I was gonna say we're all overthinking this. It's obviously furry fanfiction.
Oh god.
If you think it's anything else, you're overthinking it.
No, Sly writes Sonic fanfiction.
Oh no.
Does he have his own OC?
Oh god.
Does he have a human OC?
No.
Oh, God.
He has
It's
an animal.
Chris.
No, he has an animal OC called Sly the Cooper.
Oh god.
No, what
Whoop.
if in the Sly and Sonic universes they write fan fiction about humans?
That'd be weird.
And they have human OCs.
Wait.
Human OCs.
Wait, if Sly has a raccoon for an OC, does that mean he made Marine?
I mean,
Sure.
they're both raccoons.
Jack.
Are you saying Sonic created Amy?
Jack the Banjo.
Are you saying that Sonic created the Able sisters from Animal Crossing?
No. Sonic created Chris Chan.
Oh,
Oh
no.
god, well, actually, that's technically true. It's not something we like to admit,
He's
though.
working on it.
He's working on it.
He is working on it.
Oh,
Ow.
shit.
Ow,
That
that
has
is
to hurt.
Motherfucker.
There goes your horseshoe, too.
so getting spotted is just instantaneous.
Go get the
ouch.
bottle.
I
Bottle.
mean, that's what the horseshoes are for, really.
If it's not protecting you from damage, then what's it doing?
I love how those bottles are so fragile, you just have to walk up
Cut.
to them.
You just walk up to them and they just break. Gotta get that key. Gotta find.
I'm going back for the safe.
Gotta find safe. Where is the safe in this section?
It's back.
It was back and to the right.
Yeah. Get this extra life.
A spinning head. That's another thing about the extra life system is that like, just the idea of like a head that of the character is as in extra life was always just like it's kind of weird, but it was just always done.
I mean, is
I don't know. It's cool.
it really any worse than Crash doing it?
Dial in 436.
I mean, who was the first one like that like the head was used as an extra life? Was that
I couldn't
like
tell
because
you.
I know like Mario in like the original Mario was like the whole body sprite,
Yeah, it was his whole body.
Raleigh's entire operation.
and I'm
I wonder
pretty sure it does that again in
I can wire this
both
info
the
directly into your
Super
Binocucom.
Mario Brothers
It'll
games for the
show you
NES at
position of
least.
nearby clues and breakable
For some reason I was gonna say Star Fox, and I thought it was Fox's head, but it's usually just the R-wing.
I think Sonic might actually be one of the first ones that did it.
I don't know. There was probably some like obscure, shitty NES game that did it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but
I can't
like
remember.
the first major title that I can think of that like a lot of people would know of, I think Sonic 1 actually might be the one
Because
of his head
I mean,
appearing on the monitors.
it came after Sonic, but I know Ristar also does his head.
It also seems to happen a lot more frequently with anthropomorphic mascots as opposed to humanoid like human ones.
I guess to Sonic though, what makes it a little bit less unsettling than seeing your head floating around is that it was
It's
in
on
a
a
monitor,
monitor,
so it was
like,
more like
it's
a
a-
display.
Yeah, it's a display, but still, the concept was there. And with Crash,
Oh.
Crash, it looked more like it was like a ticket or a token, and like you even get a sound effect that goes with it. So like, it just seemed like a really ridiculous looking ticket or token. But then with like Spyro, it's just literal. Well, actually, the first Spyro game, it was like a golden.
The Spyro Extra Lives were butterflies, weren't they?
Well, the extra life that you obtain, the way you obtained it was by having Sparks eat a shining butterfly, but the actual icon used in the first Spyro
okay.
game, it was a gold model of his
It was
head.
a statue, yeah.
Yeah, a gold statue model of his head, and then in the second and third game, it was just his head.
By the way, that's something they never did again after Spyro 1. If you killed an enemy that was already, like, you collected the treasure from, they dropped these weird orbs.
Yeah, and that would
I
actually
think if you
go
made-
towards an extra life.
Yeah, if you made, like, a complete ring with those orbs, then, it would give you an extra life.
And that's still used in Reignited, and I like that. Like, they literally keep everything perfectly intact in Reignited, even though Spyro 1 is so different from the other two.
Well, it would make sense if they didn't, because in Crash, Insane Trilogy, Crash 1 is the only one where Aku Akumas have to be picked up after busting them out of a crate. Normally, when you break an Aku crate, it immediately awards it to you.
Yeah, it's just one of those weird things that happen with a lot of like trilogies for platform or for like mascot platformers. It's like first game weird, second, third game kind of the same as each other, really good.